brought it up again. The only time I ever talked about it publicly was on the McAfee thing. Now, we've hinted at, Molly can't come on. Why do you think? He doesn't come on. Why do you think? But I never went in depth on it. So what is he talking about? And the bots thing? I mean, come on, Paddy. You know very well. The messages, they were all written from people in the UK. I read some of them. They seemed, very familiar in terms of the way they spoke and the way they wrote. That was the thing that blew me away the most. These are his fans. These are his people. They ain't bots, man. Don't insult the audience. Those people aren't bots. They were a bunch of people who felt a certain way and clearly knew what was going on. They saw that what is going on here was this lovable, rootable young man who everyone wanted to see succeed, and a lot still do, has become to some degree like this walking contradiction. You say F the Tories, but you're sitting in front of Dana White, who, if he was a Brit, would be a Tory. And you're talking about, being a socialist and fighting for the people, man of the people, and yet you're talking about your fellow fighters not, deserving X, Y, and Z. You deserve what you can get. Or you say that Brendan Loughnane is your friend, and then you crap on his Instagram followers. Like, the guy's become a walking contradiction, and it's disappointing, but it's not the first time that we've seen someone get some type of fame, and all of a sudden everything gets jumbled in his brain. Again, if he reached out to me right now to bury all of this, I would. And I wish him the best. And I wish him nothing but success. And I hope he gets $1 million and then some from every sponsor. And he makes $4 gazillion from Barstool and everyone else. I do wonder why he was pushing so much for the Fight of the Night bonus of, he's getting all the money, which is about all the time. But the point is, I hope he does make all this money. And I hope he is able to get paid for every interview on the Sun. It's just not going to be on this show where you're getting paid.
Nah, that was brutal. That last bar as well. About the Barstool bar. Yeah, wait a minute. If you're making... Sorry, Mr. $1 million Barstool. Oh, you know what, lad? I got $1 million Barstool deal, lad. But I want you to pay me for a little interview. Yeah? Why don't you get your $1 million Barstool money out and use that for this interview? You cornball. Yeah? Blonde, fluffy, messy, Barnett-looking ass dude. Anyway, before we start the roasting of Paddy Pimblett, big shout out, because unlike, listen, Mr. Paddy Pimblett, yeah. Wait there, where did that go? I'm not sure where it went, but dead ass thing, man. Anyway, listen, unlike Mr. Paddy Pimblett, some of us ain't got $1 million Barstool deal, so we must salute the coins that come in. That's what you must do, 100%. Big shout out to my doggy Clates coming through and boosting the coin up. Yeah, Paddy, sorry, Paddy, mate. Yeah, $5 is a lot of money, mate. We're not all of us have got a big Barstool. Oh, $1 million pad from Barstool. Big dog. Yeah? Big dog. Nah, this was ruthless, man. This guy was... Honestly. Ariel Helwani. Yeah, he looked a bit corny. But listen, he laid the fire down on this guy. And for me, it's kind of like... Ariel, he understood. I wasn't going to do nothing on this. But Ariel understood the political dynamics going on here. Part of the thing that sucked me into the Paddy Pimblett shtick, yeah. We're so tired now of the McGregor shtick. We're so tired of these celebrity guys who we make, yeah. These guys forget that. McTapper, you ain't got $1 billion whiskey brand because of you. These guys, it all goes to their bonds, yeah. All goes up here. They forget how they got there, and they forget who they were when they got there. Do you know what I mean? Like Paddy, in 2 weeks, he's gone from, yeah, I'm the best fighter ever to, oh, I don't know about fighting in London next month, lad. I'm a businessman now. I've got to think about my investments. What the fuck? You ain't even done nothing. Fair enough, yeah. Let's say Paddy, yeah. Paddy, he just knocked out Islam Makhachev for the title, and he wants to, you know what I mean? Fair play. Listen, Paddy, you just choked out Makhachev in the first round. Listen, man, if you want to take some time for your investments, man, salute to you. This guy just went life and death with a dude and none of us heard of. Fair play to Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon is game, but let's call it a spade here. He ain't exactly, you know what I'm saying? He's not a hidden gem. Jared Gordon, a solid dude. A solid top 30 dude. And you just went life and death with him. And you try and tell your people about investments. You best have... Honestly, Paddy, I can't lie to you. Yeah, I'm wrong. Us fans shouldn't be mad at you worrying about your investments, because to be quite frank, looking at your performance, you need to be thinking about your future, because it's not in UFC. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Paddy, I'm wrong. Me and Ariel are wrong. You must start thinking about your investments. Yeah, you best take some time off from the UFC, because this ain't for you. Yeah, listen, all this shtick of yours. I mean, Paddy's he's so in denial. Yeah. People have said to him, Paddy, you keep getting hit. Rather than taking that to heart and saying, you know what, let me start tightening up some of my leaky defence, he come out and said, well, my chin's in the air, that's my style. My style is chin in the air. That's how you know someone's lost the plot. When people start justifying what they're doing, not based on anything that makes sense, but based on their ego. His ego doesn't want to absorb the fact that, you know what, Paddy, you might not be doing things absolutely perfectly. Rather than saying, you know what, I want to be the best fighter I can be. No, I'm doing it right already. My name's Paddy Pimblett, I'm perfect, and my beak being wide in the air is exactly how it's supposed to be. Do you know what I'm saying? And I should have known then. To be fair, Paddy's been saying it about how his chin in the air, it works for him. He's been saying that for a while, and we all brushed it off. You know what I'm saying? And Paddy's, like, he went down to the, somewhere was striking. They were doing some strikes. Paddy goes down, and I don't know what he does in his own time yet, but again, I didn't think about it until recently, but I thought to myself, wait a minute. Paddy went down to some sort of strike place. They were doing, they were on the picket line doing a striking, yeah. And Paddy was there. And again, I didn't think nothing of it. But now I'm stepping back and doing some analysis. It's starting to tick over. Wait a minute. Why was the cameras there? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know why people are doing things, do you? I don't know. Is Paddy going to them events without the cameras? I don't know. All I'm saying is, it's funny how it ended up on his... Paddy's got his own UFC embedded kind of thing going on. It's funny, isn't it, how it ends up on there. It's on Vice. It's on BT Sport. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, fair play. I don't know. Paddy might be doing these things anyway. I don't know. Fair play to him if he is. But the more, like Ariel said, the more things... Don't judge people on what they waffle about. Judge people on their actions. Paddy, it's all well and good you getting on the stage. Oh, F the tourists. That sounds good. But your actions... of Dana next to you, sucking Dana off. Yeah, Dana. Every man should keep what he eats or keep what he makes, and that's fine. Yeah, but don't be giving it, Mister. That's exactly the Tory attitude. You keep what if you're disabled, you're on your own. Yeah, essentially. So let's not be consistent here. If you're all about getting it for yourself and get it for yourself, and Paddy also forgets that. Paddy. Before the UFC, you was a nobody. Do you understand? So that's what I don't quite understand. That's what I'm missing here. The way these guys carry on, they carry on as if they got where they got just because they're so damn special. But if you was that damn special, why wasn't your YouTube page popping off before you joined the UFC? Oops. Didn't no one know you? And with all due respect, you ain't done nothing in the UFC. You've had about 10 back-to-back 50-50 fights against random ass no-name characters. You just lost a fight. And now you're out here lecturing us about how, that's another thing. Like, again, it shows you the level of disrespect and the level of conceit he has for people. My man's up there, just went life and death, had the fight of his life, 50-50, against some unnamed character. And he's in there, with his mouth, eating McDonald's or eating something, chopping away, talking, have some, you know what I'm saying? What do you think this is? It's almost like, well, I'm Big Paddy, I'm Paddy Pimblett. I'm going to talk with my mouth full. I'm going to talk whilst I'm eating, and you lot best just be glad that I'm here doing it at all. That's the kind of vibe you get. Have some respect. People don't want to eat. People don't want to see what you're eating for dinner. Yeah? But it's that whole slovenly kind of thing. And I don't know. Maybe, everyone's trying to jump on now. It's not about jumping on. It's just, it takes things like this to realise. And the fact he's doubling down as well. He's doubling down. And it's a no-no. It's doubling, in all the wrong ways he's doubling down. All the wrong ways. And it was a wrap for me when he started talking about his investments. Rather than saying, you know what, I mean, this guy's supposed to be the UFC guy, he loves to train and whatever else. And he hasn't done nothing. And he's already telling us, I need some time off. I'm not just a fighter, I'm an investments man. It's like, wait there a minute. Now, one of two things is going on here. Either number one, he knows he's been got. Maybe that's the best thing. Like I said earlier, maybe it probably is best for Paddy. He does take some time off to get his finances correct. Because if he don't, he best ride this wave and squeeze it for all the juices he can. Maybe he's realised that himself. You know what, man, listen. I just went life and death. I was all in against Jared Gordon. I ain't got no more left. I best monetize this to the nth degree. And and to be quite honest with you, if I was managing him, that's good advice. Yeah, but let's drop the charade. Like you're really about it like that, because I'm not being funny, but listen. Of all the top stars we've seen rise through, Israel Adesanya, even Muktapa, all these guys, I've never heard any of them at the stage of going life and death with a top 30 dude. I've never heard any of them. I mean, with all due respect, Israel Adesanya just had a loss. I don't even hear him talking about, I'm taking some time off for my investments. You know what I'm saying? That was those lyrics about taking time off and about investments, that's what Floyd said when he was like 37. Floyd had been champion for 10 years already when he started saying them kind of bars about his investments. Paddy, champion. I mean, here he is. Look, you can see him here now, eating, chomping away. There's no respect whatsoever for the whole thing that's going on. Mouth full of, I don't know, again, YB, it's edgy. It's edgy, lad, to talk with a man. You know what I mean? It's edgy to have a mouthful of food and just be yammering on. And you wouldn't even mind if it was good waffle. You know what, people? You know what, Paddy's... I mean, that's what I mean. 2 months ago, you know what? His mouth's full, but the waffle was good. No, you can't have bad waffle. You can't have bad chat and have a mouthful of food. That's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? And not be in the public's good graces. But something's just irritated me with this celebrity culture. And it feels to me as if Paddy's really... It's starting to epitomise what's wrong with the celebrity culture. I'm so golden, I'm so special, and everyone else is beneath me. Everywhere you look, it's that kind of attitude. I mean, he came out afterwards. He came out of the rings, and there's a video of it. He came out springing. Like, you know, Paddy's got this walk. He has a kind of bop to it. That kind of zesty, you know what I mean? He's got that kind of, what's it called? Well, you can just imagine. When you see Paddy, yeah, he's got his little, you know what I mean? He's got his little bowl cut barnet. He's got his little bowl cut 1950s barnet going on. And he's got that, and he got that kind of, I'm not sure what you'd call it. It's not a swagger. He's got a kind of limp to him anyway. He come out and he was doing that normal energy-filled bop. Anyway, 2-2s. He then realises the narrative he's supposed to be spinning about his hurt foot, and he goes from that energetic bop that he has, and he starts going, limping. Do you know what I'm saying? And he starts talking about, oh yeah, well, I couldn't stop him, lad, because my foot broke. What? You was just bopping out of the ring, out of the cage. About you can't do it because your leg, lad. Come on now. Stop lying. Too much lies. And even, that's what I'm saying, even all these top guys, even whenever they've had a tough fight, they accept it. They acknowledge it. This guy's head's blown up. Again, you'd think, the way he's carrying on, you'd think he just tapped Makachev. I kid you not. The way he's acting, but even Ariel himself even said, he's had McGregor, John Jones, and even them individuals haven't behaved the way they have. Because it's not just about the payment thing. That's only the first part of the issue, but to request payment and for that to be denied and then to use that as a reason to start this war is a whole nother ball game. Any other man could say, you know what, Ariel, I'm not doing it unless I'm paid, and we'll leave it as that, go on our way. Is that really a reason? So because Ariel don't want to pay you, is that a reason to start a whole war and go on there and suck Dana White off? And that's the thing, that shows you Paddy's true nature. Yeah. In life, there's smarmy individuals. What do I mean by that? Well, who here thinks, or who here believes Paddy doesn't know? Now, fair enough. If Paddy doesn't know, if Paddy genuinely didn't have a clue that Dana has it in for Ariel, then fair play. It's not as bad. But if Paddy did know, which I believe he does, I mean, anyone in the UFC knows Dana White can't stand Ariel. And that's what makes it worse, because it came out of nowhere. It's not as if you can say, well, YB, the Ariel versus Paddy beef, that's red hot. That's been red hot before the Dana White interview. No. This caught everyone off guard. In fact, up until Paddy put it out there, we didn't even know there was a problem with Paddy and Ariel. My point? Well, to show you the kind of individual Paddy Pimblett is, he's sat on that. He's sat on that beef with Ariel. He didn't put it out 2 months ago. He didn't put it out 6 months ago. He sat on it until he was in front of Dana White and he knew, ooh, what's that, Dana? You don't like Ariel? Ooh, I've got something juicy. Got some tea to sip. Let me put this out there and get some brownie points off the boss. Yeah? Give him some of that Tory slop top. And Paddy Pimblett, yeah, Dana White grabbed his soft, conditioned, blonde, bowl cut Barnett and topped himself off with him, 100%. Paddy, you're a Tory topper. That's what it is, bottom line. Yeah, you topped off, you're a top, it's 100%. You're a top Tory slop topper. And you give Dana White Liverpool's, the UK's finest slop top. A1. That's what I heard. I spoke to Dana White. Dana White told me, YB, the slop top Paddy Pimblett gave me only in UK. Can you get that kind of royal slop top? That's what he said. 100%. Yeah? And that's my issue. That's the key issue here. Those kind of individuals, yeah, who sit there plotting. Ooh, Dana, what's that, Dana? You don't like Paddy? You don't like Ariel? Ooh, I got something for you. Gossip, innit? Because that kind of, it's cringy, man. Especially when you're supposed to be, you're supposed to be a Jack the Lad and all them kind of things. Guess what? A Jack the Lad don't sit there gossiping and, you know, trying to spin narratives. A Jack the Lad takes it, you know, Ariel, no problem, boss man. And you move on, innit? That's what I'll be thinking. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. You ain't got to gossip. You ain't got to try and get brownie points with your boss. Do you know what I'm saying? Just pick a lane. Because as far as I was aware, Paddy Pimblett, his lane wasn't the snitch, is in that sense. Oh, I'm going to be the guy who sits there and sucks the boss off. I just didn't think that was the one. I thought he was the Johnny, you know what I mean? That Johnny Jack the Lad kind of guy. And that individual doesn't act this way. And it shows it's all fake. I'm sorry, it's all fake. I think it's all fake. I have to say that. I think it's all about the kids and everything else. And I find it also a bit, when he starts talking about this charity now, I don't know, most people don't know, but all these charity things, again, it's all to do with taxes, in my opinion. It's all a big scam. They come out here and get all the public sucks them off. Oh, I'm giving to charity. No, you're giving to your own. They own their own charities. They put it in their own pocket. And if you look at a lot of these funds, their families work in there. Do you know what I mean? It's all a bit, it's tax free. It's all a bit dodgy. Very little of the money actually gets onto the grassroots, and that's fine. I'm not saying I'm broke as a joke, but what I don't like is, don't say you're doing something for a particular reason if you're not. Just come out and say, listen, I guess you can't, but still, again, it's all fake. It's all fake news. And there's a saying, people who want to do things, yeah, they just do them. You ain't got to make, I'm always skeptical, yeah, of grandstanders. If you want to do work in the community, just do it. You ain't got to have a song and dance. And if you do require a song and dance, then what are you really doing it for? I think there's some sort of passage in most religious texts, yeah, there's passages about, essentially, the Lord or God will reward those who do good deeds when no one's watching. If you're doing a good deed and you're only doing it when people are watching, it's not a good deed. You're doing it to get brownie points. It's dead. I don't know what Paddy Pimblett be doing, man, but the whole thing is it's a shtick at this point. It's become a shtick. And it didn't take long as well. That's the worst thing. And it all fell apart in drastic fashion. He's gone from this lovable creature and he's turned into a cretin. I've got to say that. The whole thing, the whole vibe is off with me now. Makes my skin crawl. It's nothing that bad. I'm not going to sit here and say it's Jimmy Savile, yeah, but I don't know, the whole lot. It's one thing, yeah. I mean, to be fair to McTapper, yes, McTapper, he gave it the whole, when one, come all kind of thing. When one of us goes to war, we all go to war. But that wasn't the mental health thing. McTapper, yes, McTapper shielded the whole Irish thing. He played it out to death. Yeah. Do I really think Conor McGregor cares about the Irish people? I don't. I think he used that as a shtick for what it was worth. But to be fair to him, McGregor, he kept it at the fight level. McGregor, he played on the whole Irish thing to his benefit, but it stayed within the fight game. McGregor, I didn't see McGregor trying to get a bit of the men in it. We all know right now there's a few key things. Rainbow flag. If you can push a rainbow flag thing, that's good. If you can push a mental health thing, that's good. If you can push any of them kind of agendas, it's good. It's popping on Twitter, and you get all the interaction. We all know that. And again, McGregor wasn't really around in them times, but still, for whatever reason, he didn't play on them little group, them agendas as such. Paddy Pimblett come out, oh, boom. There's the mental health one, boom. There's the social justice one, boom. There's the economic one, boom. He's like ticked all the boxes, isn't he? I'll do a vlog. I'll do a vlog doing the what was it? Doing the protest. What do they call it? The strike. Oh, there's a vlog for the strikes. Oh, there's a vlog for mental health. Oh, there's a vlog for the addicts, for the Narcotics Anonymous or whatever that. 100%. Yeah. He was ticking all the boxes, different vlogs for each one. And at the time when you're watching it, oh look, Paddy at the strike, Paddy at the AA meeting. Oh, and then when you take a step back and you think, what the fuck, how's this guy got videos doing all of this God's work? Is it, innit? I don't know. If it was me, yeah, if I'm doing something good, on principle, don't bring no cameras, especially as a celebrity. I mean, am I wrong? Isn't it the cliche for a celebrity to be doing good things on camera? I don't know, man. For me, that's cringe. I swear down, if I ever became a celebrity, I'd refuse to be seen doing anything good if a camera's there. Nah, man, that's not me. I just won't do it. I'd rather not do it, honestly. I'd rather not do a good thing if too cringe. No way. I'm not going to be that guy. But anyway, man, listen. Some people said, why be? I'm from the UK, you're from the UK, we should back our own. It's not about backing your own. In fact, I think in this day and age, too often, people back their own and not what's right. I'm not going just because I'm in a particular group here, I'm not going to back that group no matter what. I'm going to back what's right. I don't care if it's yellow, I don't care if it's got a long, fluffy, blonde barnet with a bowl cut like Paddy. I don't care what it is. As long as it's on point, it's on point. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Ariel, the way, it's a madness. The way Ariel dragged this guy, it was too much. Yeah, Ariel properly dragged this guy backwards through a bush, 100%. Anyway, smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell.